Oprah Winfrey, Warren Buffett, and Bill Gates, they've all got this one thing in common. In fact, you look at any successful person on this planet and you'll notice how they've all got this one thing. That being, they are self-disciplined. They can put off their primitive-based desires. They can silence that little voice that keeps most people on this planet stuck, and they take action despite how they feel. They just get stuff done. And that's why self-discipline, I found over the years of going through a personal transformation journey myself, has been a key pillar. The big domino, the moment I mastered it, all the other dominoes became effortless. And I was able to create personal freedom from mastering self-discipline. And that's why in today's video, I want you to pay close attention. It's going to be a hard thing for you to master, but provided that you got the right hacks, strategies, and tactics that we share on Success Insider, it will become more of an easy task. So pay close attention to these 3 points. And without further ado, let's go on to the first point, which is to reframe the question. Now compare this for a moment. What does your little voice, that voice that says, for example, sometimes when you've got something you got to do right in front of you, what does it often say? Maybe it says, oh, shall I do this today or tomorrow? Now think about this. You're now giving yourself options, and because you've got yourself an option and you gave yourself an option, you're most likely to procrastinate. You're most likely to tell yourself, you know what, this isn't due in until next week. Why do I want to do it now? So instead, you want to reframe the question, and you want to get great at reframing. So for example, you can ask yourself a question like this. Do I want the consequences of constantly putting off tasks for the rest of my life? Do I want the consequences of always being a procrastinator and never getting stuff done immediately? And when you begin to reframe questions like this, you realize it makes you want to take action now opposed to later, because you're attaching pain to not taking action. You see, what you have to realize, human beings are twice as more motivated to avoid pain than they are to seek pleasure. And so if you're able to reframe the question whereby taking action has got the pleasure and not taking action has got the pain, you're more likely to get it done right now. And the last thing you want, by the way, is resistance during this stage, because the more you resist, the more you have to use willpower. Realize willpower as well as motivation, all of that energy is temporary. And that's why you don't want to get into a habit of constantly motivating yourself to get stuff done. You want to get better at reframing. That way there's less hesitancy, and there's less of a grinding, for example, feeling where you're like wanting to do this thing, but you feel like another. You want to get into a habit of reframing immediately, and that way it's like a no-brainer. You're just going to go all in. So that is the first point. Make sure to get good at reframing the questions that's happening in here. Let's go on to the second point, which is all about setting the deck in your favor. You see, the last thing you want to do, like I mentioned earlier, is in regards to using up all of that willpower and motivation energy. In fact, studies have shown how when, for example, we have a sense of that feeling we should have got something done, but we didn't end up getting done. Studies have shown when we put ourselves down like that, that doesn't help at all in regards to coming back stronger. And so the last thing you want to do is get yourself into a stage where you set the environment almost like for you to lose. What do I mean? Most people who want to lose weight, they still got shitty food in their fridge, in their cupboards. No wonder they find it hard to lose weight. Most people, for example, who want to get their ass to the gym in the morning, they put their gym outfit so far away from the bed, it's just like it's so much of an effort. So what do they end up doing? They just end up snoozing an alarm clock and going back to sleep. When you set the deck in your favor, things become effortless, and so you face less of those opportunities where you're beating yourself up saying, oh, I should have woken up early, oh, I should have done this, oh, I shouldn't have eaten that chocolate cake. And all of this is a catch-22, because by you self-doubting yourself, you're going through low emotions, and that is not the emotion that's going to empower you to get off your ass and actually make it happen. Does that make sense? And that's why you want to just reduce this possibility of happening by setting the deck in your favor. That way, your environment is going to support who you want to become and the results you want in life. So that is the second point. Let's go on to the final way that you can increase your self-discipline, which is all to do with exercising the self-control muscle. Now, I was interviewing a guest here on Success Insider very recently, a very, very renowned guest. And I don't want to reveal the name just yet because you can watch out for that video that I'll be publishing very soon. But what was interesting was he was mentioning in regards to how the big things in life that we want to achieve is often not achieved because we can't do the little things. What do I mean? Most people, they say, Tim, I want to make $1 million. But the thing is, they can't even do the little things that lead to $1 million. You know, what you have to realize is how you do anything is how you do everything. We have to get great at controlling and building this muscle of self-discipline. Now, one of the ways you can do that is, for example, doing things that you don't want to do. Doing things normally that you put off, these little things, the little habits. So, for example, when you wake up, snoozing the alarm clock, well, that's your one loss in regards to that, right? If you snooze the alarm clock, guess what? You're telling your subconscious that it's okay to put things off till later, right? It's okay to lie in. It's okay to give into that little temptation. Then, for example, maybe you're in the shower and you're having a hot shower, and then you know that having a cold shower is great, but then you don't end up doing it. It's a little habit, but if you don't end up doing it, here's your one loss again. You've lost another point. And then you go throughout the day, these little habits, that is what actually builds up the muscle so you can achieve the big thing in life. You see, you cannot tackle this big goal if you're not tackling these little goals on a daily basis. And that's why, for example, creating a habit of using your left hand if you're right-handed to open doors, doing things that's constantly challenging you on like very, very small, these things is what controls your self-discipline muscle. And the better you get on a day-to-day basis with, for example, controlling your self-discipline muscle, the more self-disciplined you'll become. And that's why you should make a conscious habit of doing things that you normally don't do. And make a conscious habit of never delaying anything off, no matter how small. And that way you'll be able to tackle and achieve your big goals. So those are the 3 ways to increase your self-discipline and get the results you truly want in your life. I hope you found this video helpful, by the way, inside it. And if you have, make sure to share this video with your friends and your loved ones, because I believe in the power of contribution. And make sure to basically click the like button if you like this video, and comment below in regards to any questions, comments you may have. And be sure to check out more videos, by the way, we've got on Success Insider to do with self-discipline, because it's such an important skill to master. Okay, so that is it from today's video. Just want to say, Insider, follow your heart, my friend, and take action and go live the life you're born to live. I'll see you on the next video soon. Take care.